Welcome to the Wealth Wisdom, where knowledge becomes power and power builds your future.
Research and development expenses were $5.79 million, nearly double the prior year. Operating losses increased significantly, and net losses widened as well. This shows heavy investment in R&D as the company shifts into quantum-resistant technologies. Losses widening is a red flag for short-term investors, but less so for those focused on the long-term transition. Margin improvement is a small green flag. Cash and cash equivalents increased sharply to over $120 million, suggesting capital raises or asset conversions that provide runway. The company also offered full-year revenue guidance of $18 to $21 million for 2025. A strong cash position helps mitigate near-term funding risk. The guidance is modest, but represents a step up from the first half of the year. The key question is whether they can deliver and scale further. They also acquired 100% of a French ASIC design specialist through their SEO-OPTIMIZED subsidiary, aligning with their custom chip strategy. They emphasize a product called QVTPM, a trusted platform module for quantum-resistant secure architecture aimed at IoT, automotive, and trusted computing markets. They cite the global TPM market at $2.15 billion in 2024, projected to reach $5.7 billion by 2031, with a CAGR of around 15%. If you believe quantum threats, IoT growth, and regulatory pressure, such as the EU Cyber Resilience Act, will accelerate demand, then exposure to quantum-resistant chips and secure IoT could offer upside. But execution risk is high, revenue remains small, losses are large, and success is not guaranteed. In my view, WISIKey is a speculative bet on the quantum IoT secure computing transition. Strong cash and improving margins are positives, but this is not a near-term profitability story, it's a foundation-building story. Now let's turn to BTQ Technologies, ticker BTQ. This company is even earlier stage and higher risk, but also potentially higher reward. BTQ describes itself as a global quantum technology company, focused on post-quantum cryptography solutions for mission-critical networks, especially blockchain infrastructure. Their products include quantum proof of work and other quantum-secure systems. They aim to protect financial networks, digital assets, IoT, and blockchain from future quantum attacks. Revenue remains extremely small, hundreds of thousands of dollars, while losses run into the millions. This clearly positions BTQ as a very early-stage company. They've announced partnerships and development agreements, including quantum-secure chip initiatives and post-quantum cryptography integrations on blockchain platforms. They've also strengthened their balance sheet through capital raises, extending their runway. However, converting partnerships into meaningful revenue remains the key challenge. The upside is large if they succeed, but the risk of remaining speculative is real. This is not a near-term profit story. It's a long-horizon, high-volatility bet on the quantum security boom. To wrap up, both WISIKey and BTQ offer exposure to the post-quantum security theme. WISIKey has modest revenue, diversification, and strong cash. BTQ is more focused, earlier stage, and higher risk. The key question for both is simple: when does revenue scale meaningfully? If you enjoyed this breakdown, please like the video, share it with others, and subscribe. Drop a comment below and tell us which quantum tech topic we should cover next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Every few decades, a new wave of technology completely reshapes how the world works. The 1980s had personal computers. The 2000s brought the internet. Then came artificial intelligence. And now we're standing at the dawn of something even more revolutionary: quantum technology. Imagine a world where today's most advanced encryption can be cracked in seconds, where digital identity, banking systems, and connected devices all require an entirely new level of protection. That's the world quantum computing is leading us toward, and it's already forcing cybersecurity, semiconductor, and blockchain companies to reinvent themselves. While many are still trying to understand what this next chapter means, a few bold innovators are quietly building the foundations for a quantum-safe future, developing chips, satellites, and software capable of surviving what experts call the quantum threat. In today's video, we're exploring two of those companies' firms working at the crossroads of quantum security, advanced semiconductors, and digital identity. We'll walk through what they do, what their financials say, the latest news, and how their story might play out. Full transparency. This is analysis and commentary. The information shared in this video is for educational and informational purposes only. All data and insights discussed here were sourced from publicly available information, including the company's official websites, press releases, and investor reports, as well as reliable financial sources. This is not a buy recommendation. Always do your own research before making any investment decision. Before we dive in, please take a second to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe. Please help this video reach at least 500 likes. It really helps support the channel and allows us to keep bringing you the latest market insights. Thank you. Let's start with WISeKey. WISeKey is a Swiss-based company focused on digital identity, semiconductors, IoT, blockchain, and post-quantum cryptography. Their mission is to secure the Internet of Everything through the integration of microprocessors, PKI public key infrastructure, blockchain, identity for people and objects, trusted semiconductors, and connectivity. They claim over 1.7 billion semiconductors deployed across many devices, which, if accurate, shows scale of deployment. They highlight post-quantum cryptographic root of trust as part of their future roadmap. WISeKey and the Swiss Armed Forces advanced quantum secure satellite security in early November. WISeKey's affiliate, WISeT Space, is teaming up with Innospace for post-quantum satellite launches and tests aboard a SpaceX launch, planned for 2025. They plan a 100-satellite constellation by 2027 in cooperation with SEA-LSQ and others for secure nanosatellite infrastructure. They also unveiled a next-generation WIS-ID fully decentralized identity platform for people and objects. These moves position the company in a niche combining quantum-resilient communications, secure identity, space, and IoT infrastructure. This is forward-looking but carries execution risk. Now let's look at the numbers. For the 6 months ended June 30th, 2025, WISeKey reported net sales of $5.3 million, compared to $5.2 million in the same period of 2024. Revenue increased by about $0.1 million, very modest growth. On the margin front, gross profit was $1.9 million, up from $1.1 million year over year. That corresponds to a gross margin of 35%, compared to 21% previously. Margin improvement is clearly visible. In my opinion, revenue is essentially flat, but margins improved significantly. That suggests lower cost of goods sold, a higher value product mix, or both. For a company in transition, that's a positive sign on margins, though the revenue base remains small.